Oh, sorry, I didn't see you there. Welcome demigods, monsters, and gods alike to the Olympus Report. Being half mortal and half god tends to make you pretty powerful. Here are my pick for the top 5 most powerful demigods from the Riordanverse. Number 5. Hazel Levesque. Being a daughter of Pluto would technically make her a child of the Big Three. And while her powers aren't as flashy or as dark as her half-brother Nico DAngelo, she's not to be taken lightly. Hazel is a skilled fighter and swordsman, can summon precious stones from the ground and collapse tunnels, and has perfect bearings underground, which can become so useful. But what earns Hazel a spot on this list is her ability to manipulate the mist. Many demigods can control the mist to a degree, but Hazel's power over it is next level. She was able to trick gods and giants. Hazel can completely alter your perception of reality. She can make you walk off a cliff and she would never even have to draw her sword. Number 4. Frank Jang. Frank is actually the only demigod on this list that isn't a child of the Big Three. But being a son of Mars, he can hold his own with the best of them. Frank is not only super strong, but also an extremely talented archer. But what really sets Frank apart is his ability to transform into whatever animal he wants. He can even transform into a dragon. Would you want to fight a dragon? But if that wasn't enough, Frank received the blessing of Ares. Or I guess the blessing of Mars. I don't really know because the god's personality was on the fritz at that point, but I guess it doesn't really matter. What matters is that Frank received the blessing and his power basically tripled. He became physically bigger and stronger and was able to defeat a herd of killer cows single-handedly. Number 3. Jason Grace. Some may ask why Thalia isn't on this list. I mean, she is Jason's brother. But while I feel Thalia could be on this list, what holds her back is her fear of heights, as she can't use her abilities to her full potential. But Jason has no such problem. Jason is a son of Jupiter and was raised as a Roman hero, which are typically better trained than Greeks. From a young age, Jason was taught strategy and how to fight and lead a legion. But besides Jason's training and impressive strength and fighting skills, he can also summon lightning and control the wind. And if an enemy gets too close, he can just fly away. And unlike a lot of other demigods, Jason is skilled in 2 weapons, a spear and a sword. If only he could stop getting hit in the head. Number 3. Nico DAngelo. Everyone's favorite son of Hades. Nico may not be as skilled with a sword as Jason, although his Stygian iron blade is not to be taken lightly. His powers more than make up for it. Nico has the abilities to summon the dead, whether that be past spirits for advice or skeleton armies to help in battle. A 1-on-1 match can quickly become a 1-on-100 match, and if Nico feels he can't win, he can just shadow travel away. Or he can shadow travel behind you and stab you in the back. But if that wasn't enough, Nico can also slow down time, to the point where the temperature drops so much, you could freeze to death. But if you don't freeze to death, Nico can literally suck the life from your body, turning you into dust. Yeah, let that sink in. Number 1, Percy Jackson. I know, pretty cliche, but come on, the guy has earned the number 1 spot. Percy has faced countless enemies, whether it be gods, titans, monsters, or other demigods, and he always comes out on top. Percy is extremely strong and a skilled swordsman. But when that's not enough, he has the power of the sea. When Percy's in water, his power more than doubles, and he can heal instantly. And if there's no water around, he can summon it from the ground or from things like seashells. But not only that, he can also summon hurricanes and completely throw you off balance. But Percy's strongest ability, and what puts him on this list, even though he hasn't really used it, is that he can control any liquid, including the blood in your body. If he ever chose to go down that route, just imagine the scary possibilities. Do you agree with my list? Let me know down in the comments below. Who do you think is the strongest demigod? But for right now, that's all I have for you Half-Bloods. So I'll be signing off. And please always remember to stay safe.